Welcome to the latest episode of 4x4 Uncut, the podcast that digs into everything 4x4, from racing to rebuilds, driving to winching, buying and selling, parts and fabrication. I'm Freddie, the owner of FDR 4x4, Land Rover parts specialist.
I'm Alex, owner of Denells Off-Road. We manufacture steering and suspension links alongside all the other products for 4x4s.
And together, we are 4x4 Uncut. Welcome back, guys, to our third podcast. We've made it this far. I hope you have. Yeah. What
So
can I say, really?
what have you been up to the last week? Had much on?
Not a great deal. Obviously, sort of a start of a new month has just come in, hasn't it? And it was the end of the year, so there was lots of paperwork and just general rubbish like that. Paying for diesel's a bit boring at the moment, I would say, to be honest. £1.80 a litre. Not so
It just
impressed.
cost me £1.90 a litre today.
How much? £1.90.
£1.90, yeah, in Peterborough.
And how far do you reckon it'll go though? Like, honestly, how far do you reckon it'll go?
Well, I hope not much further, because it cost me 130 quid to fill.
For 20 litres, something like that.
The truck. Yeah, that. I don't really know what the sport takes, but I didn't look at the literage. I just looked at the price and was like, ooh.
Bit boring, that, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely insane.
I hope it doesn't touch £2, to be honest. But
I think it will. It will.
Yeah, I think it will, and I think it's going to be around for quite a while, isn't it? Which is a bit worrying. But anyway, let's not get onto that. Let's stay positive, shall we? What have I been up to? I've bought an Evoque, a Range Rover Evoque.
Is it for yourself?
No, it's for the wife. I would probably put it as a guilty pleasure though, because I quite like driving it. To be fair, it's yeah, I do actually. I quite like it. It's all right. Yeah. So I'd been looking for one for a while, and I sort of thought, well, if the right one comes up, then I'll have to have it. So I didn't want a new one. I wanted the 2.2 engine, which is a lot more reliable. It's like what
the
came
newer
out.
One. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt you. Is the newer one the Ingenium?
Ingenie Boom, yeah.
Is that what it is? I don't.
So
I'm not really up on it.
The 2 litre one is what just likes to go bang. Really, they're dreadful. I'm sure loads of people will say they're a great car and they drive lovely, and all Land Rovers do, don't they, when they're driving? But So I wanted the 2.2, which was the earlier engine, but I wanted the last of that age. So it was like a 64 plate. I wanted a top spec one, so the deluxe model, and I wanted not to have to travel. And lo and behold, 20 minutes down the road, up popped one owner from new, 80,000 mile Range Rover Evoque 2.2 deluxe, everything. So went there. A deal was had, and I'm a proud owner of my wife is, I suppose, of a Range Rover Evoque. But to be fair, I quite like driving them. I always thought they were a bit of a hairdresser's mobile, weren't they? Do you think?
I mean, yeah, I can't say a whole lot because I've got the Range Rover Sport, but I don't know. They're just something about them. The comfort.
What, a Range Rover Sport or an Evoque?
I've only been in one Evoque. And that was a hire car, courtesy car. Sorry, when mine was in for servicing. It was good.
They're all right though, aren't they? I had one of those over Christmas, the newer shaped one, which was brilliant, and I thoroughly enjoyed driving it because it wasn't mine, but just, there's so much stuff to go wrong. I mean, is it the Pivy system they call it in that? Have you got that in your Sport?
What was Pivy?
The big iPad. It's like a big iPad.
In the middle.
Yeah. It was quite funny, really, because they dropped me off it was a 2-week-old Range Rover Evoque, top spec. This was the hire car one I had. It had done 2,000 miles, so obviously it was brand new. 65 grand. Because I looked it up because I'm boring like that. And the Pivy system, which is like the iPad on the front, that crashed. I had it for a month and it crashed 3 times on me. Yeah, and I googled it and it just said, "Oh yeah, it does that. That's you just need to soft reset it." And I thought only ever Land Rover could do that. Really, that's only ever a Land Rover thing that they find acceptable. But anyway, sorry, yeah. So I wasn't interested in the new shape one. I didn't want a 2 litre. So I thought, well, let's go for one of those. And yeah, so it's quite nice, and I'm pleased with it. We've had it in. We've done a few bits to it, give it a service, so we know where we stand. I had to put some boot struts on it, which is pretty boring because they worked once when I looked at it, and then they decided to stop working on the way when I got home. So that it's electric boot.
I was
Probably
going to say
yours
it's
must be.
sorry, electric boot
Yours, yeah,
on.
yours electric, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Squeaks.
yeah. Oh, okay. So you need some struts soon. FDR 4x4 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you get them?
No worries. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. We can get everything. Anyway,
this is.
and so
I don't want to go off on one, but
no. Go on.
the struts, is that just a gas strut? The fancy electric part, it's not to do with the bit you can see, is it?
I think
When you changed it,
it's a very good
I don't.
point because they've got a wire into them.
Oh, have they?
That's probably more of your engineer head, isn't it? I just popped them on, but they have got a wire that goes into them. So I thought that the motor must be inside as such. Or
Very
does it push
small
fluid?
motor if it is.
Well, not a motor then, but
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure someone will know.
I'm gonna
But
have to find out now. I'm gonna have to
yeah,
find out.
uh, mine
Uh,
are squeaking. I'm hoping it's not an expensive part.
they're very expensive. They are a lot of money actually. But yeah, no, it judders. Mine was juddering as it went up and down, and then it just stopped. So you had to do it manually, which made me cringe a bit when it
Yeah.
when it happened. But yeah, so that was quite annoying because they're quite expensive. So I wondered how they do work then, because as I say, they've got a multi plug on and a lead which goes into the
Hmm.
tailgate, but they do just click in like a normal
I
strut.
wonder if it's. I might be completely wrong about this. I'm sure I could be. I wonder if it's like a lead screw.
Ah, okay.
I wonder if it's just a screw inside with a motor in the end.
So no gas at all anymore.
Maybe
It must
probably
be a
not.
screw, mustn't it?
Probably
When
just
you
a big screw.
when you let it down, it just and then it pulls down, doesn't it? Yeah.
It would
Anyway,
essentially just wind the motor over really fast.
mm,
I don't know. That might not be right. I'm just wondering how you would do it if I was going to make one. And
mm.
that's the only way I could package it that small.
Maybe people can write in and tell us.
Yeah. Yeah. Tell
Yeah.
us how wrong we are.
Tell the Land Rover expert. Anyway, so yeah, it's got a telly. That's nice, isn't it? And some headphones
Is that
with
the one
Range
in the
Rover
middle?
on in the middle. Yeah, yeah.
Not in the back of the seats?
No, 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 no. My children aren't that lucky. Yeah, so that was it. Really, to be fair, that was kind of probably the extent of the excitement. But I was pleased to find one and not far to travel. Although I am currently looking for perhaps a more economical Land Rover as my daily vehicle as well, because obviously of the current situation with fuel. I do quite a lot of miles, so I have been looking for a vehicle for me, but I don't know. I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a bit harder for me because obviously we do a lot of towing.
Yep.
So maybe we'll just get a second vehicle. But then I do like to sort of stay true to the brand and drive a Land Rover. So watch this space. I'm thinking Freelander 2 at the moment.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
very
purely because I
similar to the
don't like.
Evoque, really. It's a
Yeah,
very similar
it's
platform.
got a bit of a boot for the dog,
You
and
can't tow 3.5 ton though with the Freelander
no, but
2.
I'll still keep the trusty Discovery.
I was going to say that's the only. So
It'll
one
be
thing
a
that's a real
cost.
killer.
Sorry.
Is there one thing that's a real killer is that 3.5 ton
Mm,
capacity. I think you
yeah.
struggle.
But as I say, I'll take out the towing side, but just to sort of trot backwards and forwards to try and keep the Land Rover brand. Anyway, we're going off of topic, but yeah, watch this space.
Yeah,
Maybe next week I will have bought a Freelander 2, perhaps.
don't mess about. What color is it? The most important question.
Silver.
Oh,
Silver.
I thought you were going to say white. I will be
No, no,
honest.
no, no. It's a bit Essex, that, isn't
90%
it?
of
Even
it.
though we are in Essex. No, it's silver with black mirrors and what would you call that? I don't know. Black
Trim.
windows and stuff. It was quite funny because driving it back to work just to go over it before the wife took it. I thought, God, you don't see many silver ones, and then I saw
10.
2 more
I was
drive
going to
past me
say,
within the space of 5 minutes.
as soon as you
Um,
own one, all I see around Peterborough now is Range Rover Sports. I'm like,
yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? Especially when you think they're that, oh, I've got an unusual one, and anyway. So yeah, Range Rover Evoque, yeah, nice guilty pleasure, but it's good on fuel. It's automatic, 9-speed auto because it's the later one, so that's quite nice.
9-speed.
9-speed, yeah, 9-speed. Pop up knob, and it's waiting to go wrong, obviously. In true Land Rover style.
Yeah.
Takes the shine off of it a bit when you sell the parts, really. Well, it's good, but obviously on the other hand, it's not good because you know what's going to go wrong. So anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, yeah, very pleased with that. Nice vehicle. Yeah, so that's kind of that, really. Apart from that, just day-to-day stuff. Parts going out the door, speaking to lots of people, chassis, lots of interest on chassis. So it looks like people are going to be starting to get ready for their latest projects. Yeah, that's kind of that, really. What about you, mate?
It's been a hectic time, really. We
Mhm.
are incredibly busy, which is fantastic. Especially, we spoke about Expo, but that one does kick it off pretty well for us. So we've noticed a lot more sales since then. Like I say, LRM and all the rest of it coming up. So we're
Yeah,
keeping busy with that. And
LRM's
we've,
like a month away, isn't it? Now,
yeah,
roughly.
it's
Obviously, I don't know when we're going to release this, but currently it's not long at all, is it? To be fair.
no, he's absolutely flying up, to be honest. And
Mm.
the days don't seem to be long enough. That's not a pun at the fact that the clocks went forward or whatever it is, but
Yeah, that caught me.
everyone's
I
walking
don't know
around
why it
going, "Oh, where's the hour gone?"
catches you out every time, doesn't it? I always think.
Yeah, yeah, it genuinely does feel like they're getting shorter. But
What day did
yeah,
it happen? Was it on Monday? No, it was over the
Sunday,
weekend, wasn't it?
yeah, Sunday. Is it? What's it, Saturday?
Because I came in and fucked myself right up because I hadn't changed the office clock. So
Uh,
I thought I had loads of time doing something and thought, well, and then looked at my watch and obviously, no, yeah, it was, anyway, modern technology and all that.
yeah, so
So yeah.
really busy, and then we've kind of just decided we need to expand because we've got so many parts, and I think we've done a lot of videos. If you follow our socials, we put a lot of our stock up in the loft of the workshop,
Yeah.
and we've got so much now, and we've got a lot coming that we've ordered and had made that we can't store it all. So
Mhm.
we've decided to move all of our machining and the workshop side of things into a proper workshop.
Oh, okay.
Um, so it's just like incredibly scary and daunting. I mean, I'm sure you know from having owned businesses and your current one that this was our first. I don't even own a house. Yeah,
At least
you
you could
know
live
what
in there though, couldn't you?
I mean? I don't know what the tenancy agreement's like. I'll have to double check that. But
Lathe and a bed kind of thing.
yeah,
Or you could do laving on the bed. You
yeah,
could,
yeah, just
yeah.
sit on top.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah. So don't own or rent a house, but we do. We do have a tenancy agreement on our new workshop, which is
oh, that's cool, isn't it? Wicked.
amazing. So
Yeah, well done.
we're hoping to do a load of content with that. We've got new machines. I don't think
Yeah.
I mentioned it yet. I think there's been a few photos, but we've got a new polisher, so that's going to be really cool
Mhm.
for the final
We can have a
finishing.
grand opening.
Uh, maybe,
Cut a ribbon.
maybe I might do that
Yeah.
just for like a funny social media one.
Yeah.
But
I just thought it was
yeah,
an
and then
excuse for it.
hopefully make some nice displays so people that a few people have come and visited us
Mhm.
at a current workshop, which is at home,
Yeah.
to come look at the parts, talk to us. So we're trying to make a display where you can come and do that
Mm-hmm.
at our actual workshop.
Okay, cool.
So that'd be really, really cool. And then it takes us from being only at the shows to also at a place of work. So no, it's very rare that someone's going to want to come into a showroom, but on the odd chance that they do, it'd be nice to have it. Um,
Yeah, definitely,
which
yeah.
we're also thinking will double up as our show display, which is
Show.
kind of what I was
Okay.
touching on a bit earlier.
Oh,
Is
okay. Yeah.
the workshop one will also be the show one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We're still working on the logistics of it. It's
Well, so you can literally pick it up and take it straight to the show, kind of thing.
yeah, essentially. I think we're going to try and do it in several pieces so that it's
Mm-hmm.
more manageable.
Yeah.
But yeah, have all the parts all racked out, really nice, all powder coated. Drop it on whatever transport, probably a trailer, and yeah, go from there. Really, it's really cool. Really excited to see what happens.
Yeah, like we've said
Big
before, I
step.
mean, shows they're so hard, aren't they? And I mean, I'm sure we can just do a whole podcast on the shows, really. But it's such an upheaval, isn't it? And any way of making a show easier, because when you get your people that come to a show, happy days, and they come and have or camping, and they have a great weekend and everything. But for exhibitors, it's the time before, it's the time after, isn't it? And all of that in
Oh
between,
yeah,
really.
yeah. It's
So, like you
weeks.
say, anything, yeah, of course it is. Especially for you guys and making the stock as well. Perhaps a little bit easier for me, but when you've got that, that other side of it, like you say, if you can just grab your stands and go, I mean, happy days, really.
Yeah, that's kind of the plan. I mean, we just had the box trailer service today,
Yeah,
um, and I was just mentioning to you earlier the um, Craig that does our servicing.
yeah,
He mentioned he listens to the podcast, so just to drop that in there,
very good.
got
Was
a
he
lot
asked
of
for a
spread.
discount? Trying to get a discount, were you? Or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
give him a shout out or something?
Now we're famous. Yeah, Peter with trailer servicing.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Yeah,
That's about that then, is it? So it's all exciting times. It sounds like it's going to be busy times as well. To be fair.
yeah, exciting and busy.
Mhm.
I mean, this bank holiday weekend, the double bank
Yeah,
holiday couldn't have come at a better time
yeah.
because yeah, I don't know how we were going to do it else, to be honest.
It's 2 bank holidays, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sort
yeah,
of.
it's Friday and Monday. So
Mm.
we
I hate
couldn't
that.
have timed it. You hate it?
It's a nightmare because obviously for us, for parts, you
Mm.
you know, can't get them out the door. People aren't sending anyway. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah, I
but
never
that'd
thought
be good
about
for
that.
you because you're on your move and everything. No, it's good.
Yeah, we've still got a lot of orders that we're working on, which is not challenging, but we were very aware of.
Hmm.
We're rapidly trying to get them all done before the move.
So have you
Yeah.
got like? Are you going to have a lorry or something to? How are you moving all this stuff or like
We've
lifting it
got
and stuff?
we've got all of our trailers.
Yeah,
I say all of them. We've got one flatbed trailer,
yeah.
and then a few of our mates. One of them's letting us borrow one, and
Yeah.
then someone else is bringing one.
Oh, okay, cool.
So between all of us, it's all going to go on. And then, thankfully, the person that has the unit has offered because it's really close to where we are. They've offered to come and bring Saliander down,
Oh, wicked.
load it all on. So
Uh-huh.
it's just yeah, it's so much easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The convenience, it's
Hmm.
close by. I think
Brilliant.
it, I think it's really good.
Yeah. Watch
Yeah,
this space then, eh? Watch this space.
lots to talk about, and like you say, we try and get a load of videos and
Mhm.
progress.
Exciting. Yeah, no, it'd be good. I'm sure you'll think it's all worth it, mate, in the end. Although
Yeah,
it's scary, it's it'll be worth it. Be worth it.
it's the most scary thing I've done business wise.
Mm.
Because
That'd be
once you
good.
commit to that sort of thing, it's like you got to do it, haven't you? It's
Yeah, but I think it's nice. It's probably a good feeling as well because it's gonna, just drives you to that next step, really, doesn't it? And that next level, and
yeah,
it's it's that thing that's going to push you on to you've got to make it work, if that makes sense. But you'll
Yeah,
be fine.
it's
That'll be good.
kind of we're pushing it from not a weekend hobby, but what could almost be construed as like a part-time hobby. You know what I mean? Up to this point. So like, yeah, having a workshop and all this kit and all the rest of it is like, "Whoa, okay, it's suddenly changed now. It's where it's
Good, mate.
ramped up."
Good. And it'll be interesting to hear about it in the coming weeks once you're all sorted, and I'm sure we'll get to see it and pictures and stuff. So yeah, happy days.
Oh, definitely, definitely. So you were gonna let me know about Ireland. So what happened with that?
Yeah, so it seems ages ago now. We went out in March. We go every year
Just say
nearly.
it's
It's St Patrick's weekend. It is for the event, which is Munster 4x4s Snake Pit Challenge. They call it. Um, I love Ireland and I love Ireland in general, and the events are fantastic out there. They really are. Probably not as known or as heard about as they used to be. But so basically, it's a club that have got the use of the Ballyhorrors mountain. They used to have like more than one mountain. It was they used to they have got, I think they had three at one point. But as the vehicles have changed, and because you used to just drive to events, so
mm,
when you used to be able to do that, it was a lot easier. But a couple of the mountains didn't have any room for trailers, so obviously that's put it back to just one mountain. But these mountains are vast. I can't quite remember how big it is, but it is ginormous. Like makes anything we have over here just a different world. So um yeah, basically Ireland, they hold they hold an event every month, but three events of the year are 2-day events.
mhm,
So that's what I would recommend anyone to go out, and it's an old school kind of winch challenge um event, 2 days.
I was gonna
uh
say, is it purely winch challenge or is it also a bit of speed? Like, is there
no, only
you
winch
see these
challenge.
events where
Yeah, it's not a
I wanna
lap
say
or
like the
anything.
150 and
150.
Stampedes, they've
Yeah,
started they've
I
started
think it's
bringing in like a speed trial.
yeah, I think they're trying to cross over a bit, aren't they, with needing, or being able to have when dirt and Ultra 4 cars were made. I think it was a crossover because it was an actual, thing to cater for both vehicles. But don't get me wrong, you're getting all kinds of cars there, and you're getting vehicles that would be more than capable of doing the speed side and speed events. But generally, it's an old school winch challenge. But the difference is they're long sections. So you probably have 2 to 3 punches in a section, but the sections sort of go on and on, up to about a mile, perhaps some of them. So you're
Oh,
doing a
really?
lot of, and you're generally going in one, and it'll come out at another end. And because of the vast size of the mountain, you don't have any. You could go on. You could leave in the morning from the car park at the start, and you won't see anyone all day because it is just so big. So, yeah, like I say, I'd really recommend, anyone who's looking at it or has heard about it to make it part of their calendar. And to be fair, a lot more of English are going out there again now, and it's sort of like being resurrected a bit and coming back. So hopefully it'll keep growing because it is a bit of a sort of unknown. Not it didn't get forgotten, but it's just a bit of an event that used. I mean, so basically, when we used to go I started going in the early sort of mid 2000s, but the most I ever saw when you drove down to the port, so we go out on the boat, there was 100 cars entered. It was mental. You'd never see anything like it. Just as far as the eye could see was off-roaders and challenge trucks. Um, but as I say, as time's gone on and there was a lot more events and cars started changing, and for what they were built for, it all changed a little bit. But yeah, so basically, it's a great event. We generally travel. We travel in from Holyhead to Dublin, but and then it's about 3 hours off the other side of the boat down. Everyone stays in the same hotel. It's a brilliant social as well. You get, especially if you like Guinness.
Yeah.
Um, everyone, it's a good laugh as well. So it's a good crack, and just a brilliant event. So I would thoroughly recommend it. I think there was
Who's
about 20 cars this year in total.
yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Whose car did you take? You said you didn't take yours, did
Well, so
you?
yeah, it was a bit of a different trip for
Went
us
with a
this
friend.
year. Um, I I didn't. To be fair, as time's gone on, the old trusty Ibex is just not the tool for the job anymore.
Mhm.
I had planned to have the new truck built, but that hasn't happened.
No.
That's another story. So I was going out. I was going to just go out with some of the lads who were going from here, and just go out for the crack. And then a friend of mine in Northern Ireland, he said, "Oh, come and jump in with me and drive his truck, and we'll go and just have a laugh and more of a social, to be fair, but get to see a bit, etc., etc." So
Yeah.
I actually flew into Belfast this time. Uh, we went from Belfast, drove down into the south, and got to the hotel. Um, we had a few issues along the way, which just couldn't be helped, and it was one of those things. So he ended up having to go back off home quite quickly. That left me in Ireland with, well, not a lot really, just some money and a bar, which was fine. So I was happy with that. But yeah, no, I was at the hotel. So I thought, well, rather than ruin my trip and not, try and get, because I was meant to be flying out of Dublin on Sunday night. So I went to the event with some of the guys on Saturday, watched the event, and had a good chat and took some photos. Which, to be fair, although I wouldn't want to do it all the time because I don't think this is probably as good as driving, um, it's quite nice to see it from that side. Does that make
Mm.
sense? It's
Yeah,
quite
yeah,
good
just
to,
spectating.
yeah,
We
and
did
just,
find that, to be honest. I went to a few races and
mhm,
we just with some friends when they were driving, and it's quite nice just chilling out and just
yeah, and you get to,
watching a
it's
bit.
quite good for learning. To be honest, it's quite good to see what's, how people are doing stuff and looking at different sort of a different punch and trying to work out what the best plan of attack is. So it's quite interesting. So like I say, I don't want to do it all the time, but it was a good trip. Um, so yeah, we had that, and then Saturday night over again, everyone gets together and a few drinks, and talk about the day's challenge, shall we say. And then that left me with Sunday trying to get home, uh, which wasn't so great. So anyway, I ended up having to get another flight. So I lost my flight in Dublin. I booked another flight in Cork, but I had to get a train to Cork via a few other places. We were staying in this quite small town, which the station, had like a hut as a station office. So that was quite interesting. So I had to sit there for two
Yeah.
hours with no internet, um, which was quite boring. But anyway, yeah. So it was all right though, and we got there. We got on the train, got across, and flew out on Sunday. So it was quite nice in that sense because I felt basically when everyone normally leaves on Thursday slash Friday, it's a 2 day event. But you've got to get down there if with problems with trailers and traffic and etc etc. And all the boys, I think nearly everyone from the event had their boat cancelled because a storm came in,
Oh,
and most of them spent about 14 hours sat on the dock, um, just trying to leave England, which so I'm kind of glad I was flying this year, to be fair,
yeah.
because otherwise, obviously, I'd have been sat on the dock. Um, so that's the only nice thing as well about doing it because you're flying in, you're flying out. Whereas if you're going, really, you're going to leave on the Thursday. You're not going to back till the Monday, so it is kind of a week. Um, so it is a long event, if that makes sense, in total. But yeah, brilliant event. Run by Munster 4x4. Uh, and yeah, if anyone ever wants any information about it, just drop us a line because, like I say, they do one in March, they do one in the summer called the Midsummer Madness, and then they do the Witch Hunt. It used to be called the Three Peaks, but it's the Witch Hunt, which is in October. And yeah, really, really recommend um, any of them, to be honest with you. And I can't wait to get my truck built now. It's kind of good as well because I've got a little bit of a kick up the arse to sort of crack on and get this truck done. so I can get back out and take that really. So yeah, no, it's all
How
right.
much is not? I don't want to get too into it, but like, how much is entry? Is it so winch challenging? I always found it a lot cheaper than racing, like a lot cheaper. Is
I
it? Is it
mean,
still the same, or is it expensive? What are we sort of looking at roughly?
to go, I mean, 2 days there was about €230.
Bad.
So
I don't think that's bad.
it's not too bad. I mean, I don't know what what was I don't know what the last, for instance, dirt was. Was it
I mean, Ultra 4
Ultra
used to
Four?
be
Was
about £500
yeah? What entry?
for 2 days. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's just entry.
So it
To
is a
touch on that,
big difference, isn't it?
have you
Um,
seen Ultra
I did
4
see, yeah,
and both got stuff on? I don't know. I don't want to start any rumours. I don't know who's running Dirt, but it's interesting to see it's back, and it's
yeah.
good.
Is it May?
Fantastic for
Isn't it
me. Sorry?
first weekend of May? Isn't it?
Yeah, Bovington. Which I've got to be honest, I've raced there once doing Ultra 4.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, but yeah, it does eat your brakes.
I was going to
It
say
does
it's quite a
shock
truck.
blast.
It's quite a truck killer, isn't it?
Yeah, it shock blasts your entire chassis and your axles and your
Mm,
shocks, and like it is brutal. And
yeah.
it's good, but the terrain is. I would say it's like not that I know about Comp Safari, but I would say it's like Comp Safari
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for Ultra 4 because it doesn't. It's not hills. It's just big, long, twisty courses. It's like what I
Yeah.
imagine Comp Safari is like, but with like deep, boggy sand that likes to eat power. I mean,
I always think it's a shame. I know, don't get me wrong. I know events have to be organised and stuff, but I always think it's a shame that, and perhaps you'd say that your competitors in that event aren't perhaps the people that would be interested in the shows. But I always find it strange why everything has to be so close together. Because, like for instance, May, obviously, if you've got Bovington, and there's a few lads who, well, I don't know if they are competing, but if they would be competing, then you've got Castlewood the week after, which is obviously in the arena. And then obviously Land Rover Monthly's Land Rover Live, which again probably isn't so much of an issue. But I do wonder why everything has to be so squashed together when we've got like 12 months.
yeah,
Personally,
I would say, if you looked at the calendar for Comp Safari,
that's massive, isn't it?
every weekend, it's not
Mm,
every weekend, sorry, that's an exaggeration. It's like, there's certainly every month,
yeah.
if not bi-weekly. And I'm
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
that's
That
a
must.
lot.
I don't know, but that must be quite reasonably priced. I think, to be
It's
honest.
got to be to do that much because,
Maybe we'll
I
have to
mean,
get a Comp Safari
yeah.
driver on
Oh,
because I
definitely.
don't know that much about it. I'd like to learn more
No.
about it. To be fair.
I just find it amazing because if we did 4 Ultra 4 style events in a year, that was
Yeah.
pushing it. I mean, to
I
be able
don't
to
think.
prep it and
Sorry.
stuff, it was like
I
insane.
don't think you're smashing the truck up as much though in in Comp Safari, are you, as compared to Ultra Four? I think that is it's a little bit of a
You
different
might want
style,
to
isn't it?
you might want to ask Duncan that before you
I
put
know. I
that
saw
comment
that.
out there.
I saw that. I did see that. That's had
That's
a lot of abuse, though, isn't it? To be fair.
that's a brand new truck.
Mm. No, that was his old. It was in his old one, wasn't
No, that's oh no, maybe I'm
he?
wrong.
What? Just this weekend? Just gone?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
sorry, I'm wrong.
that was Nog.
I'm wrong. I was going to say it is the Nog, isn't it? I
That
thought
has
that
done a
was
bit. It's done
Badger.
a bit of work, hasn't it?
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's a lot of money.
to just snap. Yeah.
I mean, bloody
But,
hell, we're pushing them hard.
oh
That's
yeah.
that is impressive, isn't it? I
Mm.
mean, the dedication from. I think it'd be quite cool. We need to speak to Duncan. Duncan, if you ever listen to these, we need you on. The
Yeah, that'd be
dedication to
cool.
motorsport there is just insane.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you saw his Freelander that got
Yeah,
smashed
that got smashed, and but
at
they repaired that, didn't they? I think they got it
in
back.
a weekend.
Yeah, fair play.
I
Fair
mean,
play.
that's some going.
It is.
So,
It
and
is.
alongside fixing the other two full
Mm.
spec, you know what I mean, like race
Mm.
trucks.
That's a full-time job, really, isn't it? To be honest.
I don't know how they do it.
No,
I don't know. As well
crazy.
as the rest of what he does. But I
Yeah.
just think, like, bloody hell. Like, one
But
was
no,
a
maybe we'll
killer.
get some we'll learn about let's get some comp safari as well, because I'd like to
I'd
know
love
a bit
to.
more about that. Yeah.
Pump
But
Safari and trialing. I'd like to do a little bit on
Trialing's,
trialing
yeah.
as well. Not,
I
I
know
don't
a
know
man
anything
who's
about
coming
it.
on. I know a man who's coming on he's a bit, I think he'll tell us a bit about trialing. Tell us a bit about trialing.
Hopefully.
But yeah, Ireland, as I say, going just before, that's to be the biggest cost with Ireland, unfortunately, especially for people like us, because we are so far. Well, for me more than yourself, but we're so far away. Is the price? Well, it's awful now, isn't it? As we touched on earlier, but
Fuel.
price of fuel to and the boats. The boat is quite a lot. The boat you'll pay about £400 to £500. With a trailer, because obviously it all adds up, and you are doing we're doing a fair bit of distance. We're a good 8 hours to the boat, and then you're sort of 3 hours the other side, 4 hours. So it's not a cheap event, but then it's worth every penny. I think worth
Yeah,
every penny.
nothing
Nothing's cheap.
worthwhile is
Exactly.
ever easy or cheap, is it? It's all
No,
there's always
no,
something involved.
100%. So yeah, no, but as I say, yeah, definitely worth it. Maybe, as I said to you before, didn't you? I have to try and get you out there next year.
It just happens to be that week, the second week of March, is the week we go skiing, and
Yeah. Is that the same? Are you doing that next year? Is that the same week?
yeah,
Oh, well,
I think so.
well,
It's
maybe it's a good excuse to go in October then as well.
yeah, yeah. I don't think there's anything on in October. Should do
Yeah,
something. We
good
should do
excuse.
something.
But
But,
yeah. Anyway, so swiftly moving on, we've had our first listener's question. It's exciting, isn't it? I was quite
Now I've
shocked
got to try
myself.
and answer it
I
without
was quite, I
without
was
messing
quite
it up.
shocked. Yeah, yeah. I think it's a bit of a opening a can of worms, to be honest. Hang on. So, what would make a good starter 4x4 to use off-road, but to drive as a daily, and to be able to use as an all-round car? Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's both just before we say anything. You can just say one specific model, but let's say it at the same time. I want to see what it is. This will be fun.
All right. This sounds like it's
All right,
going to
you
go
ready?
wrong.
No, this is going to be good. I think we're both going to say the same thing. Well, maybe not. Yeah, and we haven't pre-planned this either.
We haven't at all, no.
Okay, ready?
What, on 3, or just going to say it now?
Just say it now.
Okay.
Ready?
Discovery 2.
2. Oh, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? TD5. As much as I hate to say that,
I think
as much as I hate to say it, TD5 Discovery 2.
I think as an all-round product, it's got to be a Discovery 2
It's easy, isn't it?
at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cheap. I mean,
But
obviously not
the only
as
thing
cheap as
I
it
would
was.
say is, if I still think you've got to be a little bit mechanically minded now with that. Do you not think? Because
Well,
the trouble is,
yeah.
getting a good one is getting hard now, and the good ones, would you want to use off road?
Not with how much they're worth.
Exactly. Yeah, they're making big money.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Um,
yeah, you'd need to know a bit to keep the cost down. That's the killer,
yeah,
isn't it?
and
Yeah.
possibly be able to weld.
Yeah. Or be able to do a chassis swap.
Very true. I
Because
mean,
their
we do a lot of obviously Maya chassis. We do a lot of Discovery 2 ones now. I think people have perhaps had Discovery 3, like they've moved on, gone up to Discovery 3 and 4, and realised that they might be lovely, but as we said earlier as well, all Land Rovers are lovely until they go wrong. And if you can't fix them, Discovery 3 and 4s are quite hard, obviously, to fix on your drive, because mostly you've got to take the body off. But if you can't, if you're not mechanically minded, then every repair bill is like £1,000. That's the trouble.
Oh, that's on a good day.
But yeah,
It's
well, there you
yeah,
go.
like you say, it can just get a bit insane, really.
Mm.
But yeah, I think it's got to be that, isn't it? But then saying that, I'm not writing off like a chimney or anything.
No, like I said, that's what I said. If you
But
if
yeah,
you're looking at Land Rover and um, cheap cost of running and availability, and also help as well. You know,
mhm.
there's a vast amount of help, isn't there? Online magazines, um, general people. I think you're going to get a lot more easier results if you just speak. If you're speaking to someone, you think if you turn up it with a Discovery 2 at a show, you will be able to find the answer from someone. Does that make
But yeah,
sense?
yeah, and parts. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, so from that point of view, yeah, it's got to be Discovery 2. Um, I think. Would you have a
yeah.
manual or auto?
Oh, manual. I'd never
Yeah,
touch an auto again. I had
mine is auto. I have got an auto one.
I had
Um,
an auto, and it was awful.
they are awful. Well, I don't know if they're awful.
Jess's my two. Jess has got a manual D2, and
Hmm.
it pulls so
Well,
much
yeah,
better.
they don't really know what gear they want to be in, do they? An auto. That's the problem.
No,
Ever.
it was just awful.
Mm.
I struggled with it a lot, and I get a mick taken out of me a bit. I changed the gearbox, thinking it had a gearbox fault, and it was an engine fault.
Right.
Misdiagnosed a blocked fuel filter essentially,
Okay.
or a dying fuel pump. It was one of the I can't remember what it was. One of the
Yeah.
two. In tank pump had gone
I think
or something.
like you say, as an all round disco, is
Mm.
probably your best bet for cost as well. Um,
I don't think you can go wrong with a manual in a cost basis because what's the worst thing that's going to happen? I mean,
the clutch, I suppose.
obviously, yeah, but a clutch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas you get a valve body start sticking, it's like, oh,
Yeah. No,
that's
very
a
true.
grand, if not
Yeah.
more,
Hmm.
for a
Hmm.
recon one.
And to be honest, I think from off road, you've got a, not there's quite an easy all round, 100-inch wheelbase. Um, it's they're quite good off road as well, aren't they? Really?
Unit bearing fronts,
Yeah.
which
And
I
backs.
love. I can't stand. Oh, they're backs as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know anything about them. Going from initially racing on Discovery 1 axles,
Mm.
having to do up them bearings
Tapered
all the
bearings.
time, and
Yeah.
then the same on the Y61, which was really annoying.
Hmm.
Unit bearings are the way forward.
Oh,
So
very easy
much
to
less
do. Yeah,
hassle.
nice and compact
Yeah.
and just ready to go. No, like I say, I think it's a good all-round workhorse. Um, and you can still get they are getting harder to find. I think, to be honest,
Mm.
that's the only thing I would say. If you wanted to spend a little bit more and stick with the Land Rover brand, I mean, the Defender has got to be the way for a
Mm.
bit better off road, isn't it? And perhaps not so comfortable on road. Although there's so
Yeah,
many things you can do to make them comfortable now.
I
Or
think the
more
D2 would
comfortable.
need a lot to make it competitive off the shelf, wouldn't it, with a Defender?
Yeah, of course, from off road side, wouldn't it? Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's yeah,
um, but then
chocolate bumpers off to start with.
well, exactly, yeah, yeah, they probably fall off anyway, so won't be a problem.
You'll certainly
Um,
smash the washer bottle off.
yeah. Do you do lots of bars for Discovery 2s? Are people using them?
I was about to say, yeah, the first thing you need to do without even trying to sell them is change the steering bars because it's got the same issue as Discovery ones. They're made out of thin wool tube.
Yeah,
They just can't hack it. I would I'd save the ground clearance. Don't bother wasting your money on a massive thick steering guard
no,
or one of them massive bash plates, which just takes all
it's
of your ground clearance
like a
away.
plough, really, isn't it?
Yeah, go with a set of bars that can just
Mhm.
take a bit of a battering.
And
And yeah,
are people? Are you? Are your customers? Are they still using it? Do you find they're still using them? Are they still
yeah,
coming? Yeah.
yeah. The Discovery 2 not far off. We don't far off sell as many Discovery 2s as we do Defenders and
Hmm.
Discovery 1s, which is
Okay,
quite an interesting thought,
that
really.
is interesting. Yeah, 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 100%. Oh, good.
Panhard bars are the same.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at the amount of Panhard bars I've seen that have been folded up,
Hmm.
as in bent.
They're quite thin on that on the disco though, aren't they? They're quite lot. They're quite long, aren't they?
On a D2 they are,
Yeah. Sorry, on a
and
D
there's
two. Yeah.
two lengths, but on a Discovery 1, uh, I've just had a photo from a customer the other day, sent me one of the solid steel Discovery
Like the
1
old.
Panhard
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bars, folded up like a snake. I'm like,
Really? How did
yeah,
they
they
manage
they
that then?
just well, solid material, even though it's looks big and heavy, it's not actually as strong as like a decent grade thick wall tube,
Right. Okay. Hmm.
just because of
Yeah.
how it acts on it.
Mm.
It
Yeah, okay.
yeah, just can't
I
handle it.
think
Uh,
no. Yeah.
First upgrade really.
Mm.
What else would you say you have to do to the TD5 or D2 to go play days? Obviously, we've said steering bars. I'd put Banner bar on.
Yeah. I mean,
Tyres,
tires are going to be the biggest thing, aren't they? I would have said. Really.
mud terrains,
Mm,
or do you think go a bit
maybe
more
just an
aggressive?
all. Oh no, probably not. I wouldn't go anymore. Depends what you're going to do, isn't it? Because if you're going to use it on the road as well, then are you going? You're not going to be smashing it too much round a paying
Oh,
place,
no, he
like,
said
are
on the
you?
road. That
Yeah,
was it.
driving it back forwards and laning. So maybe just an all terrain, perhaps. Um, Mud's fine, isn't it? But on the road, it's a bit of a
Yeah.
kind of,
Oh, it's
But
horrible. Horrible noise.
I don't know. I mean, maybe some suspension, um,
Mhm.
some extra guards as well, perhaps. It's
How long Oh, that's the other thing.
yeah.
Would you I'm aware of how long this is gonna take, but would you stick with the air suspension on the rear, or would you bin it straight off and go coil springs all the way around? And if you're gonna go for a lift while doing the coil springs, how much lift? Let me just
Well,
write these notes down
this is a
so I can,
golden question, isn't it? And every in true Land Rover style, everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah.
Um, I run on my Discovery 2, which I do daily most days. Uh, I've got Old Man Emu, all round, slightly heavier back springs. I don't really carry a lot. Mine's completely standard. I don't really use it off road, but when I tow with it, well, they do sit down, which is obviously what the air is quite nice for when you tow. So yeah, I think if you, I think a good set of quality springs and shocks. If it most of you'll be again you'll struggle to find one with it on air still, won't you? That's the thing. So many people got just ripped it off.
Yeah, just
Um,
because as soon as they have a pump fault, they think,
yeah,
"That's an expensive pump.
yeah.
Springs are cheaper."
And to be honest, back then, again, when I think that probably happened, they were still quite a new vehicle. But actually, there's such a really basic system for air. It's not really that much of a problem. Um, you can act, a customer told me this as well, actually, and he'll know if he listens who it is. But I supplied him Old Man Emu springs, and I never realised, but you can actually put the original airbag in the middle of them, and it fits. So you can have it as like a helper air spring.
Really?
Yeah. So because we sell quite a lot of like helper air
Yeah.
spring kits, but I never
Yeah, yeah.
realised that the actual original and he sent me photos of it. I've seen it, so it does work. The actual original airbag does work in between. So I haven't. I
So,
must ask him how he finds it if it's any good.
can I say, yeah, I just assumed the air suspension would fight because 'cause you've got the sensors on there, the
I
level
think he probably
sensors.
maybe took that off, perhaps.
I was gonna say, I thought they would have fought with it.
Yeah,
But how does it
yeah.
know how
Sorry,
much air to put
I
in?
reckon he's probably. I don't know. I'll have to find out, but I reckon it's a more of a manual, just to pump it up. But
It's an interesting thought, though. Like you say,
mm,
for trailers and
yeah. I mean, we do helper
assists.
springs air bags, which are very good for trailers.
Mm.
But yeah, I think obviously don't want to sort of just be Land Rover, do we? But I think a gym. We said about a Jimny. I think as a starter kind of car,
Mm.
especially for perhaps if you're a little bit younger, so insurance is gonna be an issue. I I think you won't go too wrong with a Jimny, to be honest, because they're underneath, they're like a baby Land Rover anyway, aren't they? They're very simple.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't believe how exactly the same it was
Literally like a
when I
shrunk
had
one,
one.
isn't yeah, shrunken Land
Yeah.
Rover. I think, maybe, yeah, just, Jimny is and they're very reliable, like engine and stuff, so just typical Japanese simple engineering really, and it just runs, doesn't it, like a little sewing machine.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I wouldn't sort of say no to a Jimny, but I think it'd get quite boring on the road if you want to use that every day.
I would
And
say mine was gutless.
yeah,
I
they
had
drink fuel like they're going out of fashion. They really do drink fuel.
I had the 1.3
That's it.
non-turbo petrol,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
O2 model with the sunroof.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hmm.
I think it was that. Yeah, whatever that
Like
was.
soft top
Yeah,
one.
that was it. Yeah,
Yeah.
incredibly slow. I was thinking like, God, it takes a while to get up to 70. And then I spoke to some people. They were like, "Oh, you got 70 out of it." I was like,
As I say, you're probably lucky to get 70. Yeah,
"Is that not a thing?
be winding this bollocks off, I'd imagine.
Do they not do the speed limit?" They were like, "Oh, we just sort of cruise about at 50." I was like, "Oh, right, yeah." Well, going from uh, the slowest thing I'd driven really was like a 200 TDI Discovery
Hmm.
One. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
So
slow, but not as slow as one of them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I know what you're saying.
I was like,
But
"Oh,
yeah, I think so really it's gonna be Discovery 2, which obviously we said that
mhm."
was quite a good thing to do, that was, wasn't it? That wasn't planned at all.
No, I sat there for a minute and thought, "Do I say Discovery One?" Then I thought, trouble with Discovery One is 200's well underpowered
Yeah,
and expensive.
yeah.
300's still underpowered.
Yeah, I mean, again,
It's just not got the power of a TD5, is it? Not after a little bit of mapping.
this is probably the, another grand debate this can be, on engines and stuff, but
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I think it is. I mean, if anything, TDI discoveries are getting harder and harder to find now, aren't they? That's the trouble. Um,
Mm.
forget preferences, etc., etc. They're becoming a more of a collector's item. They're hitting classic status, aren't they? People are
Especially
restoring them.
200.
Two
It's
hundreds, yeah, crazy.
That's where the money is.
Mm.
I think,
And they're for
yeah.
one, they're great, but they're all going to be rotten. So to use as a daily now, I think it's going to have to be, TD5.
Mm.
And like you say, if we're going Jimny, I don't think I'd probably touch anything. Toyota and stuff's great, but you're going to pay, aren't you? You're going to pay for that
But yeah,
as a starter. Would you?
like,
What about pickups? What about like double cabs? What do you think of those? Have you any dealt in them?
never been into pickups. I'm sure they're
No.
absolutely fantastic, but I think I've always been so heavily behind Land Rover without even realising it. I
I've
think I've
had a
just
lot of
fallen into
pickup.
that trap.
I have had a lot over the years,
Yeah.
and yeah, I have. Yeah, I've had Rangers and Navaras and L200, Hilux.
Is that the Navara with where the
The snaps in half one.
chassis
Yeah,
snaps?
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Hilux, I had an old style, really old school R-Edge jobby. They were all great, but they're not. There's no character to them. Do you know what I mean? They're not. They're usually. I think if you're going to work in it and everything, and it's probably working truck, then there's a place in there. But for the older kind of, I mean, one thing the guy didn't. No, he hasn't said it. Is the budget? We didn't get a budget, did we? Because you know
I'm trying to
that's the only
think.
thing. Perhaps we'll have to ask him. But let's say
The bit
sub 10
Yeah.
grand, shall we?
I mean, how much do you realistically think you should pay for a completely stock Discovery 2? Let's say it's got, I'm gonna be really, really specific. Let's say it's got 150,000 miles on it, completely
Well,
stock. What do you think that costs?
I know what I'd pay for one, but that's probably not what
2.5
but
grand?
tops. Yeah.
You
But
think?
that trouble is, well, you say that though. You see, one of mine got wrote off,
Hmm.
which was a pre-facelift with 200,000 on the clock, and they paid 300, 3,500. So
Insane, isn't it?
I didn't think it was worth that. But
Tell you what, though, Jimneys, they're expensive
they're going up, yeah. But
in the last couple of years.
There's not really any sort of throwaway four-wheel drives anymore, is there? That's the trouble. As you know, okay, you haven't got pay and plays like you used to have, but people are taking L322s to pay and play day now, aren't they? Range Rover, because they're cheap and cheaper than a Discovery 2. Well, and
You'll get a
Discovery
3s.
4s. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, you get a Discovery 3 cheaper than you will a D2 nowadays.
So, anyway, as I say, it's good to have a question. Nice to have. So hopefully we'll get a few more of those coming in. And it's probably about that today, is it? Shall we call it?
Yeah, I think so. It's a nice ending point. So,
I think so.
Yeah.
So, Discovery 2,
Jimny.
Yeah.
That's
Let us
it.
know what you buy.
Have fun.
Cool.
Definitely steering bars. Strap you bought the truck.
Yeah.
Steering
and
bars.
have a Land Rover. Land Rover's better anyway. Yeah, Land Rover's better.
So,
Okay, guys. Have a good one, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you.
Cheers.